MAKbots and North Texas FTC teams. We are Team 2856 Tesseract from Seattle, Washington. This past year, we were the Washington State Champions and Connect Award winners. At West Super Regionals, we were the Motivate Award second place winners. And at the Houston Worlds, we were the Inspire Award finalists. Previously, we have made it to Worlds once before, and then this last year was our second time at Worlds as 2056, and we continually succeed at the state and super regionals levels. Thank you so much for thinking about including us in your video, and we'd love to share some tips with you about our season last year.
Hi, my name is Jesse Walling, and this is my second year on 2056. On the team, I primarily do design and build, and frequently I robustify the robot. If I had to give any piece of advice to an FTC team, my first point would be that it's very, very good to really document all that you've done, whether that means drawing it or CADing it or writing it down in some other way. My second point would be that reliability is very key in FTC. You do that either by creating it well the first time or, as I said earlier, in this video, robustifying it, which means making it more reliable.
Hi, my name is Adam. This is my second year on 2856, and I primarily do programming. So if I had to give one piece of advice to a team, I'd say you really want to manage your projects, and what you want to steer away from is letting your projects manage you. And you know, when your projects start to manage you is when you really aren't keeping track of what you have to do, and you're keeping track of your goals and you're going to work towards them. And so what your task that you're faced with doing starts to seem kind of insurmountable.
My name is Jonathan Liebel. I've been on 2856 for 2 years, and last year I was a builder, and this year I plan to be a builder. My advice is to take 3D models and print them at 100% size so that you can overlay your parts and materials over the top of them using markers or spray adhesive, and then when you cut them out you get the same precision as a 3D file in a physical part.
Hi, my name is Matt Kelsey. This is my third year on 2856, and I primarily focus on autonomous with a specialty in control loops and algorithms. There's a balance to be struck between speed and accuracy of mechanisms. So if something is very fast, it's oftentimes not as accurate. And so sort of finding a balance depending on what task you're doing is very important. When your robot breaks, don't freak out because you're here to build robots. And so if your robot's broken, you just get to do more of what you came here to do. So.
Hi, I'm Duncan McKee. This is my second year on 2056, and I specialize in programming and more focused on Teleo. And one thing that I would like to teach every person who participates in FIRST is not to have anything that only one person knows about on the team. Have everyone have a general understanding of everything on the team.
Hi, I'm Rebecca. I've been on 2856 for 2 years, and I work with Notebook, Outreach, and I dabble in fabrication. My first nugget of wisdom would probably be that communication is extremely important for teamwork, and that doesn't just mean in your lab or where you work, also outside of it. So having some form of communication, whether it be text, Slack, or Allo, any of those are fantastic. My second nugget of wisdom would be don't place blame on people, because that just makes the challenge more difficult. Go through the challenge in stride, and if you fail for that moment, but it's how you get back up.
I'm Summon. This is my third year on 2856, and I focus on CAD and I dabble in fabrication. My one piece of advice is to test early and test often, because there's nothing worse than spending a ton of time designing a mechanism and not testing it, and at the very end realizing that it's not going to work.
Hi, my name is Mackenzie Carlson. This is my second year on 2056, and I focus on outreach and the engineering notebook. My piece of advice for teams would be, number one, to make your team unique. You really want to stand out among the rest of the FTC teams, especially during judging. You want the judges to remember exactly who you are and to not have to think about what team you are when they go through the list and think, oh yeah, this is this team. You want them to know immediately. And then my second piece of advice would be to read the rules. Read them carefully, read them thoroughly. There's a lot of little parts in the rules that are easy to miss but are incredibly important, and so it's really important that you read it thoroughly.
So going behind the side panel of the robot, we have a flicking mechanism that is passively fed from the bottom by a second flicker. It is a dual-sided flicker with an adjustable, 3D printed adjustable guide mechanism. Our collection mechanism is two pieces of aluminum square tubing with surgical tubing that is high rigidity through them. Our electronics panel has a 3D printed phone mount on a piece of custom bent and shaped polycarbonate, which fits in between two pieces of 80/20 aluminum rail. allowing it to slide off and reveal our electronics for easy access beneath. On the sides, we have wheels that flip down. This aids us in our alignment with the wall during autonomous, during which we use a combination of these wheels and a PID algorithm that keeps us pressed against the wall at all times, even if we drift away for a small amount of time. With the combination of these two things, it allows us to stay consistently aligned with the wall. In the rear, we have a cat ball mechanism, which is made out of Mizumi slides, which are attached together with custom aluminum fittings, and two actuated arms that flick out to grab on top of the cat ball. Here you can see some in-game footage of it in real life. Of course, when it's powered off, it's a lot less exciting, but you can see it expanding out here rather rapidly, grabbing onto the cat ball, and finally lifting it on top of the vortex. In the front, we have two button pushers on either side of our collection mechanism. Now, probably the most interesting part of our robot is the passive feeding system. So as soon as it gets through the collector, as soon as particles get through the collector, they enter a hopper, which passively drops the particles down. It can hold up to 5 particles, the full 5 allowed. And once in the hopper, those particles then pop up and feed through. And as one particle is lifted up by the flicker, and is loaded in position to flick, the next one slides into place and is brought up by the second flicker, allowing for this very fast actuation and rapid fire out of a flicking mechanism, as you can see here. So we get both the benefits of a flicking mechanism in accuracy, as well as the speed of sort of closer to the speed of a jugs mechanism. For the drivetrain, we are using a 6-wheel tank with Omni wheels. For our middle drive wheels, we have 50A durometer AndyMark wheels. For all 6 of the wheels are linked together with a belt drive. You can see here we have two 40-to-1 motors, which are slightly geared down in Pico Duo gearboxes on either side, so we get a little bit faster than 40-to-1s. Down here, we have a 20-to-1 motor for the collector, which allows for very quick collection. We do CAD nearly every part of the robot. This render happens to be a little bit old because renders are time consuming and we don't render all of our CAD. So this one is from the Super Regionals time period. Many of these CADed components were then sent out to one of our sponsors, Pacific Northwest Metal Fabricators, where they graciously allowed us to use their water jet machines.
Thank you so much for watching, and good luck to all the teams in First Relic Recovery.
Hi, we're Team 731 Wannabe Strange from Greensboro, North Carolina. Our team is comprised of hardworking juniors and seniors from a handful of different schools, including the Early College at Guilford, the STEM Early College at A&T, and Southwest High School, Guilford. But how we get in this position is way too soon. I know this isn't love, but I need to tell you something.
Wannabe Strange has been around for over 10 years, and almost since the start of the creation of First Tech Challenge. We have participated in various qualifier events all around North Carolina ever since we were created.
In the 2013-2014 Challenge Block Party, we were able to make it past the regional qualifiers and advance to the state level competition for the first time. We were able to again make it to the state level competition in the 2014-2015 year challenge, Cascade Effect, with our robot that moved the goals around the field and up the ramp. In the 2015-2016 season challenge, Rescue, we were able to advance further as captain of the finalist alliance in the state competition.
Wannabe Strange, since its inception, has done countless amounts of outreach under ECG robotics. We often give demos of robots to various elementary students, inspiring them to pursue careers in the robotics field or perhaps join a robotics organization in the future. From early on, our team has had a strong sense of community as we work alongside our sister teams and create an environment driven by cooperation and the spirit of First.
Fire when the strobe hits you. Bet you're looking for something new. I feel the hate with you staring up across the room.
In addition to presenting our varsity proposal to our school county board, our achievements this past season include preseason work, such as our demo to one of our significant sponsors, Honda Jet, as well as more projects directed toward the season's competition. Last year, we really delved into 3D modeling and printing with FTC Creo, and we are hoping to expand that more this season.
Meet the beast that took us to Houston, Matamba. The theme Velocity Vortex beckoned the need for speed.
Bulletproof on another level ahead of the crew. Select never settles, it only gets better the more you see. Powerful and free, confidence is key. So watch me figure it out. It's all about what you bring to the crowd, where your reference is loud. They're calling me over, set your fire on me, like what I see you getting closer. Hey, trendsetter, see your fire when the strobe hits you. I didn't see who you came with, bet you're looking for something new. I feel the heat with you staring up across the room. I dare you play your cards, boy, you bet I'm a trendsetter too.
After previous years of maintaining teleop and autonomous, we realized that we need to make a few changes to make our code management more efficient. We also knew that another concern was abstractions and code reuse, because we often needed to change parts several times in multiple sections of code. This season, we decided to opt for configuring autonomous with the gamepad and telemetry so that we only needed to maintain one autonomous op mode. Another good aspect of our code was the implementation of our first state machine-based op mode, which forced us to think of how to structure our code well for maintainability. We decided to focus this year on driver ergonomics and coded field-oriented drive, along with automated shooting with the press of a button. As the season went on, we focused on making our shooting more accurate with different pit algorithms, finally resulting in special velocity.
If there's anything that we learned from the previous seasons, it's that teamwork is essential to keeping our team running successfully into the future. Each year we add new members to our team and lose those who age out, so we've learned that it's essential to make sure that everyone on the team is playing a part. Teaching skills to rookie members is a great way to review our own skills and make sure that our team will be around in the future after we graduate. More time needs to be spent prototyping and working on autonomous to ensure a successful season. It's also good to take a step back and debug mechanical and code issues to look for a different, more elegant solution. However, overall, we've really learned the spirit of FIRST is really the most important thing in FTC. Being a gracious professional and having fun throughout the year with your teammates creates an unforgettable bond and makes the season memorable for years to come.
Hello, we are Team 9829, Team MAKbots, a First Tech Challenge team from San Antonio, Texas. We are a community team and each of our members are in different grade levels and go to different schools. Our team started in 2012 with our three founding members, Michael, Andy, and Christy, who were inspired by an advertisement for First Lego League. We competed in FLO for 3 years, winning many awards before moving on to FTC in 2015.
Our team consists of currently 11 members. Originally, we started out with 3, but gradually, over the years, we gained more and more until our team increased to its size right now. Our team is divided up into certain sections to supervise different roles, such as programming, mechanics. Our team captain is Andy Lee. Our co-captain is Christy Chen. Our mechanical leader is James John, and our leader in programming is Michael Ning. We have other roles such as leaders in outreach and leaders in multimedia that are filled by our other team members.
Over the years, our team has won many awards. For example, in FLL, we advanced to the North American Open Invitational in Legoland, California in our second year, and in our third year, we advanced to the FLL Razorback Invitational in Arkansas. In FTC, we start in the league competition, and then we advance our way up through regionals, super regionals, and finally to Worlds. We have made it to Worlds in the both years that we have competed in FTC.
Our team has had a variety of outreach events in the past season, focusing on different aspects. For starters, we have been consistently promoting STEM in our city, and were given the honor of meeting with the mayor in City Hall. Opportunities like this also give us a face in public and print media, as we have been interviewed on television and in newspapers. In addition, we have many presentations to different audiences. Although these are great events, we did more than just bring awareness to STEM. We helped students and their parents engage and interact in STEM. We run multiple camps throughout the summer, in particular, the Toyota summer camps and library summer camps, held throughout multiple libraries. Furthermore, we have invited teams in our community to attend workshops taught by professionals, and we have mentored rookie teams in FLL and FTC as well. We have gone on many fun and engaging STEM-related field trips together. Finally, we participate in community service events, ranging from volunteering at our neighborhood food banks to community environmental care and cleanup hikes.
The design aspect that was most important is our use of a dual color detection system to precisely detect the beacon color. We also used a PID control system to correct the trajectory of the robot. We also implemented mechanism wheels for mobility. Our shooter itself was very accurate. We built it with 2 chambers, one chamber to hold the particles and one chamber to shoot them. Our unique design allowed us to hold many balls at once and also shoot them accurately in both autonomous and teleop periods. We used a 2-tier harvester system made of PVC pipes and tubing that was effective at collecting particles. The PVC pipes were connected to gears which would spin continuously so that the robot could hold the particles in place and that the robot could travel with the particles without losing them. The system was a good fit for the last season because it was compact, efficient, and effective at collecting particles. We were able to store up to 7 particles in a limited area, which allowed us to devote more space to other parts of our robot. The shooter we designed was a good fit for the last season. It was accurate, quick, stable, and secure. It also could carry a large number of particles, and it allowed us to score a high number of particles each game. Autonomous is a very important part of our robot game. We use a lot of sensors, including color, touch, and ultrasonic sensors to help our robot be more reliable and effective. These sensors allow our robot to correct itself in case of human error or any unprecedented obstacle. With sensors, we have a highly efficient and high-scoring autonomous period that allows us to be very successful in the robot game.